How's it going, guys? Okay, so I have some more thoughts on the Second World War and how the Wehrmacht, or, the Reich, could have won. The underlying problem here is that the Third Reich was fundamentally flawed because it was ideologically driven and not militarily driven. Yes, they wanted to exterminate all Slavs to get Lebensraum, living room, in Poland, Ukraine, and Western Russia, and push everybody else out or annihilate them. That is a fundamental flaw in their strategy. Okay, sure. If that's your end goal, okay, it's horrific. But you have to have, you have to do some short-term strategery, as George W. would say, to get to that end goal. When the Nazis walked into, say, the Baltic states, they were greeted, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, they were greeted as liberators. When they walked into the Ukrainians have no love of the Soviet Union or of Russians. They were greeted as liberators. You have a gigantic country with a lot of manpower. What do you do with it? Oh, let's round them up and shoot them. Idiots. Why don't you co-opt them? You can add an extra, probably at least a couple army corps, maybe an entire army to your cause. Treat them as a client state, a protectorate of the Reich, and then invade Russia. Instead of making, 20, 30 million Ukrainians your enemies, make them your friends. That would have broken the Soviet. That would have broken it. That's what would have happened. But yeah, this problem with Hitler, he was too ideologically driven. Now, Stalin himself was an anti-Semite, and he killed plenty of Jews himself. He killed millions of his own Jewish population, and Tartars, and peasant farmers, and Ukrainians, everybody else. Yeah, Hitler ain't got nothing on Stalin. But he was more of a numbers guy, I have to kill the intelligentsia because 90% of the rest of the population will do better. So I have to kill, 100,000 people, 1 million people, so the other 50 million will be better off. I mean, it was a numbers game for him. Yeah, that was why Hitler lost. He could have co-opted a lot of these countries into joining his side. And I really want to make a distinction here between fascism and Nazism. Fascism in and of itself is much different, I would say, than Nazism. How's it going? So, Mussolini, he really didn't pass any anti-Semitic laws until Hitler kind of forced him to. But he drained the Pontine marshes outside of Rome and gave all these lands for farming and made the trains run on time and all that stuff. The Brits and the French wanted him on their side when Hitler, declared war. And he was on the fence. And he was personal about it. He's like, well, Hitler's my friend. I guess I better go with Hitler. Trying to get some short-term gains. So, yeah, fundamentally, Nazism was flawed because, one, it was a horrific policy of exterminating minorities. And two, very short-sighted. Co-opt these people. Stalin was a monster. In many ways, I think he might have been worse than Hitler. Hitler, and people say Hitler's crazy. Hitler wasn't crazy. No, he wasn't. He was evil, but he wasn't crazy. And Stalin was certainly not crazy either. But he did not care how many people had to die to reach his end goal. Put it this way. If you're a general under Hitler and you lose a battle, he's going to fire you. If you're a general under Stalin and you lose a battle, he's going to shoot you.
You're working way too hardly.
Oh, I started 3.
Huh?
I started 3. I worked 3 to 11s.
Ah. You heard what I said, right?
Way too hardly?
Yeah.
I've worked 5 days. I had 1 day off yesterday.
Hey, I take 1 day off.
Yeah. My normal
That's
day's
tomorrow.
off. Now my training's done. I'm off Thursdays and Fridays. So.
Lucky you. They always used to give me Sunday off. Not here. But like a lot of places I went to, they give me Sunday off. I go, no, give me Monday off.
Ah.
I like, and they give me an argument. I said, yeah, Sunday nothing open around here. You know, give me a chance to at least get my shit done. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody else has a car. I don't have wheels. I gotta walk. Give me a break.
Thankfully, it's not too long of a walk to work for me. It's like right there, so. Yeah, I'm front desk at the Stagecoach, so.
Yeah, I live over at the Mountain View.
Oh, Mountain View.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that?
Fire Hole Phillip.
Yeah.
The Arctic Cat.
Oh, like right over there?
Fire Hole Phillip.
Yeah.
The Arctic Cat.
Yeah.
The next building after that is the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my friend used to live right across the street from you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ugh. I take it you are a cook.
Chef, yes.
Uh-huh.
Chef.
Oh, you're a chef. Okay.
Well, I've earned it. I've been doing it long enough.
No, and
here I'm basically, I'm
yeah.
a cook. This is what I'm rated. I'm a cook. But I like the sous chef because I do the soups, I do the sauces, and the cooking.
Yeah.
So that's basically the title. What the title entails is doing that. So that's what I do.
Yeah. Awesome.
Beats having to work for a living.
Huh?
It beats having to work for a living. except the winter time. You know, the difference between winter and summer.
Oh yeah. No, I've been here since August.
But the difference that we have in the kitchen, during the summer I average like 89 hours of pay period. During the winter I barely get to 60 in the same amount of time.
Yeah. Well, I used to work front desk at the Grey Wolf. I was down to 2 days a week.
Yeah, winter time, and you can't. But the rent doesn't change.
No.
Right?
You can't live on that. You can't live on that. And it's I got my friend.
Employed.
Yeah, you're employed. I got my friend Jonathan a job as a porter over there, and he said, because when I moved over there, he's like, Zach, because he also works at the Grey Wolf. He's like, I have not had work in 2 weeks, 0 hours in 2 weeks. How are you going to live on that?
Listen, I haven't seen a paycheck since the end of October.
Yeah. It was really nice moving there because I got 40 hours a week guaranteed, and my schedule's a month in advance, and it's the same schedule every week. I was like, yeah, this is better. This is better.
Yeah. So, and this is not a town where a second job is readily available.
No.
I mean, it is if you have qualifications, but they work the same hours that you're working already.
Right, yeah. You can't work around two schedule. Yeah, you can't.
So I stay on my own. I get cabin fever. I didn't make enough money. I couldn't afford to leave.
Yeah.
And I stayed for ski camp. But like after last winter, the springtime, I couldn't come up with enough. I didn't come up with enough money to be able to leave, just to get out of here for a while.
Yeah.
So I had to stay in town.
Ugh.
So now this spring I'll be able to leave for a little bit.
Well, that's good. But.
Oh, it's getting actually warm.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
I could do my laundry. I could put this shit in the laundromat.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to get nice out so I could actually not have to wear this.
Yeah, I actually wore a t-shirt yesterday. It was it almost got up to 40. I was out here in a t-shirt. It was great.
Yourself. The weather here changes in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I got colder and I ran upstairs.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in Vegas, but I was born in
Mexico?
Cleveland, but no, Nevada.
Okay.
I was born in Cleveland, but I pretty much grew up in Vegas. I've been to Alaska a few times.
Well, big sky country here. That's the one thing I learned here.
Yeah.
Weather changes in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
This is why I'm dressed like this. I can take.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my snowmobiler douchebag pants.
Yeah, you bib.
Yeah. I got a fleece, and then I got another one under it. All that good stuff.
Me, I'm getting older, so this is how you protect yourself. You don't catch cold or get flu or anything like that.
I'm kind of old. I'm 32.
Jeez.
It's not the years; it's the mileage.
Yeah. And I'm twice your age, exactly. I'll be 65 in January.
Jeez, I'd have pegged you at around maybe 50.
This is why you take care of yourself.
Yeah. Hey, have a great day, dude.
You too. Don't work too hard.
Never try to.
The actual correct answer would be not in my lifetime.
Not in my lifetime. All right, I'll have to write that one down. All right, so where was I? Because, yeah, of course, in this small town, you don't get a moment's peace. And I guess I have one of those faces that people just want to talk to for no fucking reason. But that's okay. So, anyway, time. I'm just checking my time here. All right, I got 8 minutes. Okay, so... Anyway, oh yeah, why I would prefer fascism over communism, given the choice. Now, Churchill was right. Democracy is the worst form of government. Except all the other ones. But I would definitely prefer fascism over communism. Because, you know, Mussolini, yes, it was brutal, and he kind of got into power by force, but at least the king still had the power to fire him. He didn't usurp power. He just sort of muscled his way into power. Hitler did it legally, but that's Nazism, not fascism. And keep in mind, National Socialism. That's that dirty little secret that no one wants you to know about. Nazism is a form of socialism. It's left-wing. It's not right-wing. It's left-wing. And I'm angling to the left there. So yeah, when you have an ideologically driven military strategy, you miss or you neglect, maybe deliberately, opportunities that could have arisen that could make you win the war. Getting the Ukrainians on your side and making them a client state and not treating them like shit, showing you're the good guys, because that's how they were treated when the Wehrmacht walked into the Ukraine. You just, instead of making 30 million enemies, you can make 30 million new friends, you know. I don't know, I just find that interesting. Because that is the fundamental question, I think, that historians have been trying to wrap their heads around since probably the 1960s, from what I gathered, is how could Germany have won the war? Now, I have a previous video on this, and that video still stands. As far as getting to the Caucasus and the Baku oil fields and, you know, cutting off the Russian supplies, that might have, and Hitler should never have declared war on the United States. That was the biggest mistake, because at that point, only Japan had attacked us, and he had no legal obligation to back up Japan on that. It was a mutual defense treaty they had, not a mutual offensive treaty. So it's conceivable that the U.S. may have, you know, just fought the Japanese, beaten them, and then helped out, you know, the Brits and the Russians fighting the Germans. It's conceivable. I'm not entirely sure. I have to do some more research on that. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Reich's short-sightedness, and, you know, Hitler's short-sightedness, and his generals' short-sightedness, as far as the treatment of the conquered territories, basically led to their downfall. Because guess what? They were the bad guys. And they didn't even try to pretend to be the good guys. They were the bad guys, and pretty much all of them knew it. But blind oath of loyalty, these fucking Prussian officer general staff bullshit. Oh, well, I swore a personal oath and I can't break my oath to the Fuhrer. You fucking idiot. All of you, they were cowards. These generals, Hitler was right about one thing. His generals were cowards, because if they were men, they would have thrown him out of office. They would have overthrown him. They would have done a military coup, and they would have overthrown him. But they liked the Fuhrer because here's the other fundamental problem with this, you know, with the idea. They were in no way opposed to the war. They were happy to fight this war. It's only when they started losing that they started questioning Hitler's leadership. Fundamentally, they were like, yeah, we're winning. That's awesome. Let's conquer everything. You know, let's conquer Poland. Let's get into the Balkans. Let's get into the Baltic states. Let's destroy the Soviet Union. Let's kill the Bolsheviks. You know, these commie bastards. They were all for it. It's only when they started losing the July 20th, 1944 plot, the Valkyrie plot, where they try to kill Hitler, start to happen. Because it's like, we have to get rid of Hitler so we can win the war. Not that this war is morally wrong and we are in the wrong and we should stop. That was not in any of these guys' mindset. So, all right. So, moral of the story today: had the Reich co-opted the conquered territories, given them rights, given them semi-autonomy, let them run their own government, and make them allies instead of enemies, maybe they could have won. Well, that's just another thought. There are ways they could have won. This one is just the one that popped in my head today. All right, thanks, guys.